Yo, it's your boy Southern Cal. I'm back at y'all with another video. Real quick, just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Salute. Thank you guys for the love and support. Ask that y'all will continue to keep supporting, continue to keep sharing the content. And if you have not been to this channel yet, welcome to the channel. And hope you like what you see. And continue to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you will get a notification every single time I drop a new video. And if you would like to further support the channel by donating to the channel, then the links will be in the description below. Alright, let's get into it. Let me first off start off by saying rest in peace to Tyree Nichols. Another senseless beating, another senseless death, another life lost, another mother crying, another wife crying, kids crying, family, friends mourning, all at the hands of more police brutality. And what makes it even worse is the fact of just watching that video and seeing him crying out to his mama. You talking about, I think this man was like 29 years old, and just seeing him cry out to his mama the way he was crying out to his mama. And what's even worse is that it came from the hands and feet of people who look like him, his own kind, his own race, his own community. It came from a bunch of black police officers. It's a shame. It's a shame. Like I said, I watched that video, and when I first watched that video, it just seeing him cry out to his mama, I had to stop the video right there. It was sad. The way they had him tied up, and they was just uppercutting him, beating him. They put hands and feet to this boy. The man was unarmed. The man didn't cause. He didn't cause a threat to them. No type of threat at all. And they could have simply just laid him down, handcuffed him with everybody who was there, because there's strength in numbers. So they could have just laid the man down, put him in handcuffs, put the bracelets on him, and threw him in the back of the police car. That's all they had to do, was hold a man down. It was like 7, 8 of them to just one. So why beat him up? Why beat him up? You know, it's one thing to take a beating at the hands of corrupt white police officers. But it's even more disgusting to take a beating at the hands of corrupt black police officers, because they're trying to make a name for themselves on the force. They're trying to make a name for themselves for their fellow buddies in blue. trying to prove themselves. But they all went too far. As a black man, we have to move differently. This is what I tell my kids. Because I have black sons. I have a 13-year-old little cousin, but who's like a son to me, because we have that type of relationship. So he's like a son to me. I have a stepson who's about to be 14. Me and him are close. We like this right here. And I also have a 2-year-old biological son. But what I tell my other two black sons is I always tell them how they have to move, because I let them know that you guys have to move differently. Y'all can't move the same way that the little white kids can move. And I mean, I'm taking the gloves off on this one, because police brutality is something that's still a thing in America. Police brutality on people who look like me, people of a darker color, a darker complexion. You know, the minority. You know, people like us. This is something that we have to deal with on a daily basis. So what I'm doing is I'm training my sons and letting my sons know what to look out for, to let them know that, hey, y'all cannot move in the same way that the white kids can move. I teach my sons to not walk up and down the street with your shirts off. Because walking up and down the street with your shirts off in the summertime to a police officer, y'all are involved in some type of criminal activity, because y'all are maybe walking to the corner store to get something to drink, but you have no shirt on. I always let my black sons know that you have to walk up and down the street. Whenever you walk up and down the street, don't sag your pants. Because if you sag your pants, then to the police officer, it's going to make it look like you're up to something. You're up to no good. Especially when you have on no shirt sagging your pants. It's going to make it look like you're up to no good. And this can cause harassment by the police. Even though you have not committed any type of crime. But there are police officers on the force who will treat you as if you have, or will treat you as if you are about to. Times are crazy. These are things that you guys, and I tell them that these are things that you guys are boys now, but soon you will be men. My stepson will be 14 next month. So that means that he'll be 18 in 4 more years. So in 4 more years, he will be legal. Officially a young adult. My little cousin, who was like my son, is 13. So which means that he will be 18 in 5 years. So in 5 years, he will be legally a young adult. So I'm training them now to go to come from boys to men. You guys are adolescents, meaning that you are crossing the bridge from childhood on into manhood. And you have to know how to move out here. If you're driving, always make sure you're wearing your seatbelt. If you're pulled over by the police, always make sure that you have your hands visible. Somehow or another, put both hands on the steering wheel, or put them on the dashboard, or put both hands outside to show the police that you are unarmed, that you have nothing in your hands. Because police officers are trigger happy, and you don't know what type of police officer you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get that cool police officer who's laid back, you know what I'm saying, he chill about everything, you know, or if you're going to get that asshole police officer who's new to the force, and he's trying to make a name for himself and trying to show out in front of his other buddies in blue. You don't know what police officer you get on that particular day. So you have to watch for yourself. You got to watch yourself. And, you know, and the thing about it is, and another thing I always tell them, that, you know, you guys are going to grow up and be men, and, you know, you're going to learn how to drive. You're going to have cars one day. When you have cars, make sure, when a police officer pull you over, things that they ask you for is your license, your registration, and your proof of insurance. Those are the three main things they ask for. Your license should be on you, should be on your person. Your registration and your proof of insurance is better. I know it always goes in the glove compartment. That's the main place that people put them. But with you guys are young black men. You got to remember, you move differently. Put your registration and your proof of insurance up here in the sun visor. So that way, when a police officer pulls you over, they're going to always see your hands. And no matter what, comply with police officers. No matter what. If you have something in your glove compartment, always make sure that you ask them and get their permission to reach over to your glove compartment. I had a police officer pull me over one morning. I was on my way to work, and he pulled me over. I think I had one of my headlights. I had a busted headlight, and he pulled me over for it. And I knew that my registration and my proof of insurance was in my glove compartment. So he was like, "Hey, let me get your license, your registration, and proof of insurance." I said, "Okay, well, here's my license, but, you know, my registration and proof of insurance are in my glove compartment. Do I have permission?" I have both hands up. I said, "Do I have permission to reach into the glove compartment?" He was like, "Yeah, go ahead." Yeah, go ahead. Because I don't want to give y'all no reason. I don't want to give you no reason to shoot me. Because I have a family. And I know what I mean to my family. And I know how much my family loves and cares about me. These are the things that I teach my young sons. And that I will also teach my 2-year-old black son when he grows up. Because police brutality still goes on. Malcolm X said it best, that the KKK have turned their white uniforms in, and they've taken their white uniforms and they traded them in for police uniforms. And they're taking they've taken their horses and traded them in for canine dogs. This is so true. This is so true. And I hate that we have to deal with this type of situation, these types of situations nowadays, but this is the way it is. This is the way the world works, sons. We have to watch ourselves. And no matter what, especially when you become a young man, you have to understand that yes, even though you do have rights, but the most important thing is getting home. Denzel Washington said it best. He asked the best question. He asked one of the best questions in movie history. When he played Alonzo in Training Day, he asked this: you want to go to jail or you want to go home? So I tell him, you guys gotta understand that you're trying to make it home. Yes, I do understand that we all have rights. Yes, as citizens, we have rights. But police officers, there are a lot of police officers who don't understand that. They don't care about that. They want to show that they are in authority and they are looking for trouble. So the main rule is to make it home. To make it home safe. I'll tell you a story. This is when I was living in South Florida at the time. I had some issues. I had some personal issues going on at the time. So anytime I would have personal issues going on, I would go to the beach. I love the beach. You know what I'm saying? South Florida, man, the Tampa Bay area, it's it's a whole bunch of beaches around there. And I went to one of my favorite beaches to go to. And because I remember that night like it was last night. I just had a lot weighing on my mind that night to the point of tears. So I said, I'm just going to go out here and just chill out. So I had just pulled up. When I was first pulling up, I saw the police car, but the police car was empty. So I said, okay, well, whatever. I didn't think nothing else of it. So I pulled in, turned the car off, and I wasn't even there for 5 minutes. I'm talking about like 5 minutes later, I see two police officers walking from this way, and they were walking past my car, and they were going to get into their car. And they were going to leave. So, I'm chilling, I'm by myself or whatever, and I'm just looking, thinking, trying to clear my head on some things or whatever. And then next thing you know, they're leaving, but next thing you know, I'm chilling by myself. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this big old bright light is in my face. And I'm just like, whoa, why is this big? They got this big old, the police cars, they had them big searchlights on the side of their police car. So they put this big old searchlight in my face or whatever, damn near blinded me. So I'm like, dang, what's going on? What I'm talking about? So that's when one of them, they come up to my passenger door. Now, mind you, it's 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you got what? You got like 3 police officers. It was 3 police officers, and it's 10, 11 o'clock at night. There's nobody else out there at the beach. I'm the only one out there. So in my mind, I'm like, I have to play this right, because even though I do have rights, I have to play this in the right way, because if I do something wrong, I'm afraid that they're going to beat my ass and leave me for dead out here, because there's nobody else out here but us. They know how to. This is the police we're talking about. They know how to beat me and leave me for dead. And they the police. They know how to get away with it. So, bruh, you better play this right, bruh. You better be smart about this one, bruh, because even though you have rights, it's all about getting home, making it home. Before you become before you become another statistic, and before your mama and grandma be the ones crying because of police brutality. So one of them comes knocking on my window. Let the window down. Okay, I let the window down. Everything was, I was nice and polite. Hello, sir. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. How you doing? I'm okay. Are you having a good night? Yeah, I'm having a good night. How about yourself? Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, we just got a call about about someone screaming. We heard one of the residents around here heard someone screaming loud, and they called us, and we just wanted to check everything out. Have you heard any screaming around here? I said, no, sir. I just got here like 5-10 minutes ago, so I haven't heard anything. So he was all right, cool, okay. Yeah, is it okay if I see your license? So I'm like, now. Here's the part where I understand that I have rights. I could have said, well, sir, what crime have I committed? Because as an American citizen, I don't have to submit my license to him if I did not commit a crime. What crime have I committed? I don't have to give my license to you. What crime have I committed? But again, this is the beach. Nobody else is out here. It's me, and it's 3 police officers, 3 white police officers at that. They'll beat my ass, leave me for dead, and they the police. They know how to get away with it. Let them see your license, bruh. Here you go. Okay, so they check my license and this and that, blah, blah. All right, cool. So then he comes back and asks if he can search my car. Now, again, as an American citizen, I have the right to say no. I had the right to say no. You cannot search my car. I have not committed a crime. You don't have to have, you cannot search my car, because police officers are not allowed to search your car or come inside of your house without a search warrant. If they want to search your vehicle, they have to have a search warrant to search your vehicle. But I could have said, no, you're not getting into my car or whatever. But again, once again, it's just me. It's nobody out here. 3 police officers. They can beat me up, leave me for dead. They know how to get away with it. So I said, yeah, cool. All right. I don't do no drugs. I don't do drugs. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't sell drugs. I don't do drugs. I ain't got nothing on me. So yeah, come on. Yeah, search my vehicle. Yeah, go ahead. So I get out the car. I let them search. So they had one police officer, which he was a rookie, and I could smell the rookiness all over him. So he was a rookie or whatever, and to come over and talk to me and keep me calm while they search my vehicle. So I'm praying this whole time. I'm like, man, Lord, please do not let these police officers plant something in my car so that they can take me, so that they can lock me up, because I have nothing in that car. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke drugs. I don't sell drugs. I don't do none of that. I have nothing on me. Please, 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 Lord, please don't let these folks plant something in my car just so they can put another black man in jail. So I'm over there praying the whole time. I'm having a half-ass conversation with this rookie police officer, and they searched my car for about a good 5 to 10 minutes. It's like they was really trying to find something, but they found nothing. So they came over, gave me my license back. He was like, hey, that's, you're clean, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, you were polite. Thank you so much for allowing us to do our job. And they were actually trying to recruit me to come over to the police, to the police force. And I was like, nah, I'm good, So, and yeah, and that's how I got away that night. That's how I got away, and that's how I made it home safe that night, because the only thing that was on my mind was, even though I had rights, I just want to make it home. I don't care about flexing my rights right now. Now it's not the time to be flexing my rights. Now ain't the time to be saying, no, you can't have my ID because I haven't committed a crime. Or no, you can't search my car because I haven't committed a crime. Now wasn't the time to be saying that. No, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, and they can leave me floating on the water. And I come up missing, and my parents trying to find me because they don't know where I'm at. No, the thing is to make it home. You want to go to jail or you want to go home? So this is why I tell my sons, no matter what, comply with the officers. Even if they're in the wrong, even if you haven't done anything wrong, even if you know you ain't done nothing wrong, still comply with the officers. Because your thing is, son, you're just trying to make it home. That's all you want to do is make it home. Especially when it gets to a point to where you have a family at home. I have a family at home. I got a wife and kids at home who need me because I am the strength of my home. And without me, my home is weakened. They need me. They look up to me. They respect me. They admire me. I'm an example to them. I'm a great example to them. They wanna walk in my footsteps when they grow up. They look at me. They look at me as a model of how to be the man that they should be when they grow up. My daughters look at me. My daughters watch me and how I treat their mama, so that they can know how a man should treat them when they grow up, because they saw a man loving their mama. That's what they need. So without me, they can't see, and they don't have an example of what it means to be loved by a man, because they've never seen a man love their mama. Without me, my sons have nobody to look up to or nobody to model after to say that, hey, this is the example of how I should be when I grow up. This is the example of how I should act and how I should conduct myself someday when I'm a full-grown man. This is why I want to make it home. Unfortunately for Tyree Nichols, he didn't make it home. And that's the thing about the man. Being a man, going out, providing for your family. You don't know if you're going to make it home. That's a fear. I think that's the fear of a lot of men when they go out and provide for their families every day. They don't know if they're going to make it home alive. Us as men, especially us as black men, we have to pray every single morning to say, Lord, every single morning before we leave out the house, Lord, please allow me to make it back home to my wife and to my kids. And it saddens me that he didn't make it home. He didn't make it back home to his parents. He didn't make it back home to his siblings. He didn't make it back home. It's sad. It's sad. Rest in peace to Tyree Nichols. My thoughts, my heart, my prayers go out to his family. I think they had his funeral today. And I just wish it all would end. We need to end police brutality. It's good to see that people are protesting all over the world. which shows me that black lives actually matter to black people. This whole Black Lives Matter movement, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, yeah, before we have a Black Lives Matter movement, black lives have to first matter to black people. But it's good to see that that's changed now, because they protested all over the world. I think that's dope. Because when we see white police officers beat and kill a black man, everybody's protesting all over the world. But what would it be like if black police officers did the same thing? And it's good to see that people are keeping that same energy, even though it's black police officers who did this. But this is all I'm going to say in this part of the blog. I got some more coming too. But anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Also, once again, if you like to support the channel even further, the links will be in the description. Donate to the channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray blessings upon you all and your families. Once again, rest in peace to Tyree Nichols. I'm praying for his family. My thoughts, my heart, my prayers go out to his family and friends. It's your boy Southern Cal. Gone.